Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Alexa and I live with my two dogs in a van full time. Today I'm talking about the essentials that I have to use constantly in the van. I'm not going to do a whole video about all the essentials that you need in a van. This is not it. So what I do is just list out a few items that are very essential to me during my van life, how I survive doing full time. So first thing I'm going to show you is how I power everything. First up is my electrical system, which consists of an inverter, 2000 watts, which powers the fridge and the freezer mainly, as they run during the day quite a lot. That comes off, like, I should start with the solar panels, shouldn't I? There's two solar panels on the roof that are 300 watts each, and they power or stock up the power on 4 batteries, which you can't see right now. They are in the back, stocked up like that. 4 batteries up in the back of altogether I think 440 amp hours. These are AGM batteries. Down here we have the power converter that charges my van batteries during the winter when there's not enough sunlight, because I clearly won't survive in winter powering 2 heavy appliances just with sunlight for like 4 hours a day. That just doesn't work. So that thing helps me powering or charging back up the batteries. And this is the display of where I can see how full we are. So at the moment we're very full, but the fridge is running right now. So next up is fridge and freezer that I desperately need definitely every day, needs to be in the van. So I'm showing you how they get powered and what I do with them. Okay, so this is the freezer that keeps all my, I'll show you quick. That keeps all my frozen stuff. So I do smoothies sometimes, I do stir fries with frozen veggies, and I have my dog's food as well under here. So it's all a bit together. I would love to have 2 freezers, but unfortunately that's not possible space-wise, so it has to be all together, but I keep watching it. So yeah, that's my dog's raw food in there and my stuff all together. Next up we come to the fridge, which I installed later on, I have to say, after the van build was already finished. So this one is a very cute little fridge that lasts me my food storage for about 2 weeks. It's super convenient, absolutely brilliant, and I would not change it for anything. And it's getting cooled down with this little ice box. It doesn't have anything in the back of the fridge. I don't know if you guys know anything similar, but yeah, this is the side that keeps the fridge cool. Yeah, so these appliances are plugged in here, which are, that's the fridge and that's the freezer, is with a clock that keeps it at -18. So every time it drops to -15, that thing clicks on and the freezer gets cooled down to 18. So it's always between 15 and -18 degrees. And that goes to the inverter. That little cable comes up to the inverter and gets powered through that. Okay, next we're gonna stay with the appliances that I desperately, absolutely need every day, is my laptop and my phone. So here you can see my little workstation. This is my little laptop working setup that I use every day, and that's how I work from my laptop. I do websites for wellness and pet businesses, and I do AI marketing for wellness and pet businesses. If you're interested in working with me, how I can help you boost your business with AI automation, just email me in the comments. I have my email there, and get in touch and I'll see if we can work together. Just a little promo on the side. Next thing coming up is the internet. How I'm going to use internet in the van, because I don't do cafes, I don't do any public internet Wi-Fi situation. So what I use is my phone. I use mobile data from my phone to power my going online. It's not ideal, I have to say. It is not very ideal. It's super slow most of the time, but recently I experience 1.8 megabytes uploads and downloads sometimes, which is so slow. When I want to upload a YouTube video, it takes me up to 2 hours sometimes, which is crazy, and I can't do anything else next to it. I have to wait. Yeah, so this is a thing that I have to think about changing, to go with something that's way faster and more reliable and a bit cheaper, because that is not very cheap to have that running every month, and it's limited data. I'm never using this up anyway during the month. I'm using about 70 gigs, I think. Don't want to say anything wrong. 70 gigs a month, but still it is better to have something more fast. But again, using my internet, my data from my phone to go online. Next up we come to water supply, because that's an essential thing for everyday use that you have to have anyway. Right, let me show you my setup. Right, this is my sink. All the appliances that I need for dishes, doing dishes. That's my dishwashing and defroster. Obviously something in the sink too, but that's my tap. Very powerful, I have to say. I'm very happy with that swinging top head. I really like that. And the next thing, we're gonna go underneath. Okay, so my system is powered by SureFlow water pump and SureFlow accumulator, and we have obviously cold and hot water pipes going through, and yeah, so that's how it's powered, as well as the water filter, so I can have my drinking water from the tap. This is my water filter that is super easy to be installed into the cold water supply from the tank. Super easy installing, super easy to uninstall. Replace it once a year or every 8 months, depending on how bad your water is. And that's what I use as a water filter, because I use the water from the tank as drinking water for myself as well. Alright, next up we come to the water tank, because that's obviously the main thing why I have water. The water tank is outside. Don't know what my hair is doing today. The water tank is outside, right underneath the kitchen area, and it holds 80 liters of water, and I have to refill it once every 5 to 6 days, depending on how much water I use. It really depends on how hot it is during the day, or how much I drink tea during the winter, or whatever it is, because I cook obviously with it and stuff. So that's about 5 to 6 days, I would say, without showering, because that is not included. So just cooking, making tea, and doing dishes, filling up water bowls, and for my drinking water. Cool. Next thing, other thing is in the cooking area. That is my frying pan, used every day. Here we are. Cast iron frying pan, which is literally used every day of the week. Yeah, that's my biggest essential for cooking, is my good old cast iron frying pan. The next thing is going to be my toilet, because I have to go to toilet during the day, clearly. And I'm not one of those people that are happy to just go in the woods somewhere and just pee somewhere randomly, or do number 2 somewhere randomly. I like to have my own private area to do so, away from everyone else. So I'll show you how I do that. And it's not going to be disgusting, I'll just show you the top of it, so don't worry. Okay, so that's my toilet. That is purely compostable toilet. I have water bottles that I use as for number one. There's no stuff in there, it's just water. So there's some wood shavings there that I use to cover up number two. And yeah, the bottles have a mixture of apple cider vinegar or distilled vinegar and water. And that's how I use my toilet. It's all dry. I have a bucket in there in the back, which I empty out every couple days. And the front I empty out every couple days as well. I do not agree with the position of people leaving stuff in there for a month or so. I couldn't do it. So every few days all that stuff gets emptied. So that's my toilet. Next thing that is very essential during winter for me is the diesel heater. It's right now super covered up, but diesel heater is so important for me. I've done it now the second year in a row. With the diesel heater, it's absolutely amazing. I have a log burner as well, but it's not even close to how that van's getting heated up with the diesel heater compared to the log burner. Absolute massive difference. So I would choose always the diesel heater over the log burner, even though it's super cozy in the evenings, but it is very difficult to maintain, especially the one that we have. So let me show you. Okay, so that's the log burner, as this is not in operation at the moment, or it has not been for the last 2 years. Is not very efficient, as you have to keep stocking it. This one is a very cheap version, 150 bucks online, as a camping burner for use in tents. So if I would choose a log burner again, I would probably go with a better version than that, so I can run it throughout the night, because throughout the night that thing's just not going to work. And here, nicely tucked away for the summer and the warmer months in general, is my lovely diesel heater. It has been made complications because I've been running it on the very low settings all winter during the days and sometimes nights, and it's not good on just running on low settings. Otherwise that thing is absolutely brilliant in running every day and every night during the winter. And on top there's the tank. That's a 5-liter tank that's standing on the wall, against the wall, so it lasts about 2 nights if I run it constantly, if I run the diesel heater constantly. So that's the setup for inside. And now we come to the last point of the whole listing. My last point is going to be my mattress, but I have to pull it down for a second. Okay, here we come to my mattress. It is quite thick and it's absolutely comfortable, I have to say. Super comfortable. So that is a king size mattress. So that's my mattress. Okay, so these are my most essential items that I need every day in the van. The list can go on, like absolutely can go on for quite a few more items that I can show up, or what I use every day, or what I use in Vanlife in general. But the video is going to be a bit longer, so I'm gonna stop here. Clearly that list is very controversial, because everybody has their different needs. That's why I said at the beginning, this is my setup. This is what I find essential in van life for myself. And yeah, love to hear your comments. And until later, I see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.